Well, welcome everyone for our sneak peek event tonight. Ken will be back in a few minutes. While we're waiting for him, why don't you go ahead and pop into the questions and let us know who you are and where you're calling in from? Well, welcome Drew and Margie and Marcus. I'm Gina Gaudio Graves. I'm the Business Development Director and Chief Marketing Officer here at BagelSoft. Hello, Shin and Simon. We've got people from all over the globe in here today. UK and DC, Puerto Rico, India, Canada. We'll be getting started in just a few minutes. We're just waiting on Ken, who's having some technical issues, so he should be back in a couple minutes. Welcome, Beth. I'm in Florida too, Beth. Whereabouts in Florida are you? I'm in Fort Myers. Welcome, Shannon. Well, Beth, one of these days we should get together. Not that far from one another, about an hour and a half for me to get up there. If you're just getting in, give us a few minutes to get started. Ken's having some technical glitches, but he should be back momentarily and we'll get this show on the road. I bet he's having internet issues. I see him going in and out and in and out and in and out. Matt, you can hear me okay, can't you? Welcome, Stan.
Yes, Gene, I can hear you fine. Good evening, everybody.
Matt, why don't you go ahead and Skype Ken and see what's going on? As
Sure
I
thing.
see his audio going back and forth and back and forth. He's set to telephone right now.
I cannot. Can you hear me now?
Now we can.
This
Welcome,
is
Guy.
I've not used GoWebinar with my new Mac, and apparently the sound doesn't want to work. Congratulations, everybody. I can hear
Oh
you
my
perfectly.
goodness.
This has been technology whack job today. Thank you guys for being here. I have been here. I have been here all day long with
And
you
as
guys.
you see,
So
we have a very global audience with us this evening.
I have noticed, I've got some friends here from all over the planet. So you guys that have been with me from all over, I appreciate you being here very much. Today is today's a big day, and I want to honor your time, so I want to jump right in. Gina has been in charge of our marketing, and she's been part of the Bagel process from the very beginning. When I first said to her, Gina, I freaking hate the way WordPress.
Oh no, we lost Ken again. Matt, I'm going to talk. If you could type to Ken and let him know his audio just went out again. What Ken was trying to say is, I've been involved in Bagel ever since Ken first came to me and said, Gina, I absolutely hate the way that WordPress organizes pages. At the time, he had a site that had, I don't know, close to 1,000 pages. And he was forever spending hours and hours and hours every day just trying to find pages that he needed to get updated. That's how Bagel started. It started with Ken trying to figure out how to improve upon that so that he could actually find things in WordPress once and for all. He's logged out of the webinar now for a minute. I'm hoping he gets right back in here.
Yeah, he's just relogging in.
Okay. So, Matt, when Ken first came to you with the idea for Bagel, what was the first thing that he said to you?
Well, he told me that he hated how WordPress wasn't able to give you an organized way to create funnels, and that the pages on the funnels were everywhere. And you know how that you know what happens when you have so many pages. It's going to be harder to organize and to find things. So
Mm-hmm.
at first it was just like I need something to um have all of these pages in my funnels organized, but like it grew from there exponentially. And like right now we're so excited with everything that's in Bagel, and we're so eager to share it to everybody.
And for those who don't know, Matt is actually the programming genius behind Bagel. He's the guy that has to make all of Ken's dreams come true. And sometimes that's a pretty tall order, isn't it, Matt?
So yeah, very tall. But all good because what we normally um kid around with with the development team and everything is um Ken's pretty much like the Steve Jobs in our company. He's the visionary, and well, all of the things that he says, that he envisions, that's what we really try to put into reality, and develop, because they're super great ideas, and um, this is one of them.
And when the three of us put our heads together, oh my gosh, the
Exactly,
kinds of things
because
we can dream
Gina's
up.
so true. Gina is, for guys, she's like the genius when it comes to um all of the other intricacies that were put in. So yeah, it's a perfect matchup.
Yeah, we complement one another so, so well. And you guys are
Let's,
really going to see the power that comes from that.
if we ever can hear me, is this good now?
Yes, but now we don't see your
Okay.
screen.
Okay, well, hang on. That's okay. Hang on. There is no presenter. Oh, genius. Hang on a minute. Let's see if we can make me the presenter. Attendees, staff. Oh, you got to be kidding. Where's me? This is me.
Here, I
Okay,
can
make
do it.
presenter. Here we go. Okay, I can do it. Whoop, I think. Let's try it now. Okay. All right. Amazing. I'm dialed in with Skype. My phone disconnected all along the way. Let's show my main screen. All right. Can you see the screen? There we go. I love this. Thank you guys
Yay,
for
we
hanging
can
in there.
see your
I,
screen now.
I was really not trying to. I was really not trying to stall. I really wanted to get going. So thank you guys for dancing there with me. I appreciate that.
Do we
Um,
have a
I,
recording started before you go any further?
yes, we do. We do have a recording
Then
started.
take it from the top, if you would, so that it gets a nice, clean recording for us.
Okay. Well, welcome everybody to the the sneak preview of Bagel. Bagel is our brand new omni-channel, advanced omni-channel page and marketing sales funnel campaign builder par excellence. We are super excited. You're not seeing the finished version today. Today you're going to see in process. And the reason why we're doing today is because we really want to get your input as to what you feel is going to be important, what you like, what perhaps you don't like, so that as we put the finishing touches on our first beta release, which should be out within the next couple of weeks, that we're good to go, and it'll just be a lot easier along the way. So as we have been having conversations with the team over the past couple of weeks, I was like, I want to bring everybody in, and we debated whether I wanted to actually show it off before it was gorgeous. And at the end of the day, it was like, let's get it out there, because the longer we wait, the longer it'll be. And it's been almost a year in development. In a nutshell, let me tell you what is happening. So let me just get right into it. I made a couple of slides, and then we're going to go right in, and I'm going to show it to you. The problem, as I saw it, and what got this whole process started, and by the way, feel free and pop into the chat and make comments. And this is, I know I've got a lot of friends here, so you guys can completely talk to me. But for everybody that perhaps I don't know or we haven't chatted before, just pop any questions or comments into the chat. Gina's going to be monitoring them, and we'll take it from there. And that's great. Oh, Margie, I was just in San Juan yesterday. I live in Puerto Rico now. Anyway, it's kind of exciting to have you guys here. I'm thrilled. Anyway, moving forward, the problem I had with the traditional sales funnel is that, number one, they're flat. So typically a sales funnel is either a combination of an email and a website, and that's about it. Sometimes people get fancy and they add SMS, and maybe they add retargeting, but that's pretty much it. And we need what I call omni-channel marketing, which brings you even in deeper to your customer and client, because you make a whole lot more money if you can interact with them in more than just an email and a website. And let's face it, email these days is not what it used to be. Just even with the mailings that went out today, the spontaneous mailings that went out today, Infusionsoft throttled us back. I didn't get a chance to tell you that, Gina, but they throttled us back. So a lot of emails never got out there. So despite what all marketers say, emails are tougher and tougher to get into the inbox. WordPress doesn't support funnels. That's one of my biggest issues right now with WordPress, is that they don't support funnels. And what I mean is, if you go into your WordPress directory, everything that you build in terms of a page is put in alphabetically And you can search by date, but to find anything relating to one another, you just can't do it. It just doesn't happen, and not in the order. And Gene and I argued about that over a while, but but at the end of the day, there's nothing that is easy to see and easy to use that works for WordPress from a sales funnel standpoint. It just does not exist, and that's been bothering me for years. Finally, about a year
Well,
ago,
hold
I
on
said,
before you go on. I want to
"Yeah,
make sure everybody understands my solution to it, which is so far from the solution that you've come up with. The
yeah,
first page in my WordPress pages list is called A dash hierarchy, and it's A dash to make sure that it stays up at the top. Within it is a list of every single page I have on my site, and they're numbered, starting with 0, then 10, then 20, then 30, then 40, then 50, and so on. So that as I add pages, I can then insert 1, 2, 3 in between 0 and 10. And
God,
if, God forbid, I end up needing more than the 9 spaces between 0 and 10, then it becomes 9.1, 9.2, 9.3, just so that I can see them in the order that I want them in, as opposed to the alphabetical order that WordPress gives me. Nobody
yeah,
should have to work that hard to build their website. I'm telling you.
that's
I mean,
that's
it
for sure."
is hard.
It's well, and even
That
last
sounds
night,
like a programming solution.
oh, well, hence the conversation with Matt. And even last night, you guys, we're building out templates, and I'll show you some of the templates in a little bit for you. We're building them for Bagel, and I said, okay, I need you to find this page, this one particular page, and one of our page builders, Letty, was like, I can't find the damn thing, and I'm like, she didn't use the damn thing. I added that, and I'm like, Letty, it's right there. She goes, no, I can't find it because you can't search for the actual. It was like bagelstuff/now or something like that, and she couldn't find now because it doesn't index that way.
Right,
So,
it's indexed by the page title, not by the /.
and she didn't know what the page title was because she was in the actual page itself. It was, I mean, this has been going on forever. So I finally said, Matt, just fix the damn thing. I mean, and we've always been working on other projects, so it always had to took the back burner. And anyway,
Well, and
finally,
initially, Ken, if you remember, way, way, way back at the beginning, we were just fixing it on your site. We were not building a solution that would help everybody's problem get fixed. It was just going to fix it for you.
yeah, and ultimately, the bottom line, you guys, is that I was talking to my attorney in New York one day, and he's like, dude, everybody needs this. You better build it out for everybody else. And that's how it got to be where it is now. So anyway, let's keep going because I want to get through some of the basics to show you what we got because I really want to hear your opinion. Other alternatives to funnels, probably the best one out there, quite frankly, is Russell Brunson's ClickFunnels. Fell in love with it. We've been using it for years. We spend $300 a month for ClickFunnels. It's great, but it has limitations too. It's expensive. I don't want to spend $300 a month when WordPress is free. That's always bothered me. Even though ClickFunnels is awesome and I love Russell, I wanted something better and different.
My
So
bigger
also,
issue isn't the money, it's how much it
I'm getting.
impacts your SEO in
I
a
know I'm getting to
negative
that.
way.
It's the bottom button, which I'll get to in a second. But it does it. Well, while you mention it, let's go right to it, Gina. Tell them what the problem is with that.
If you're building pages on ClickFunnels, you're helping Russell improve his SEO, but you're not helping you and your website improve your SEO at all. Even if you use the WordPress plugin that ClickFunnels has, it's hosted on ClickFunnels, not on your site. So the
So
likelihood that a ClickFunnels page is going to show up on the top search engine rankings, very, very slim. And it certainly
yeah,
won't impact any other pages on your website, for sure.
it doesn't. I mean, again, it's wonderful and it's got a lot of capability, and I love it. So I'll never speak poorly about it because we still use it. But there had to be a better way. And when I wanted to add, when I talk about alternatives being limited, and I'm just using them as an example, there's plenty of other alternatives out there as well. But I wanted to add geo-targeting. I wanted to have a page only go to people that were in one part of the world and can't do it in ClickFunnels without some super special coding. There's things like that that are just really limiting, and the WordPress platform pretty much allows you to do almost anything. So I wanted to stay with WordPress for that reason. Also, some people find, I don't find it, but some people have said to me that they find the other alternatives, which at this point shall remain nameless, difficult to use. I haven't found that to be the case, but People seem to understand WordPress better, and many features. A lot of these other software solutions had more features than we ever possibly could use, especially when we already have our own affiliate program, we already have our own shopping cart, we already have our own membership site. So we don't need all they've got, which means that we're spending a lot of money for unused features. And what I've also said is that if you want to specialize in something, if you're going to go to a restaurant, you go to a buffet, you're going to get mediocre food. But if you want to have the best possible, pick your favorite dish, go to a restaurant that specializes in that. Best Thai food is going to be at a real Thai restaurant. You know what I mean? So all those extra features sometimes really make for mediocre collection of features as opposed to having the specialty features that you want. Also, if one part of it goes down, all of it goes down. So it was always nice having a component stereo system, for example, versus an all-in-one for that very reason. And then last but not least on my list is the SEO disaster that you heard about. So we needed a change. What do we want? We needed something that was going to be better. And the something better had to be easy to use. Okay, it had to be drag and drop. Bottom line, had to be drag and drop. I saw something years ago called Fusion HQ that was built many years ago, and they missed a huge opportunity to own the marketplace. But it was a drag and drop builder, and it had a lot of flaws, but it was really good in concept, and that inspired me to take this to that level. It also had to have existing tools, so like we would use it within WordPress. We kind of take over the WordPress directory, so it could be our directory, but tie into WordPress, because WordPress will allow us to do that the right way. I also wanted to be able to use Membarium and Wishlist Member and our own shopping cart systems and so on, so that way we could interface. And WordPress allows for all that, which is great. It had to be inexpensive, but yet had to be super high quality, not some cheap stuff that you can find for $27 someplace that won't be supported after another 6 days. Also, it had to support omni-channel marketing, and that was really going to be important to us because I come from the old school. I'm one of those old-timer guys. I want to send snail mail. I want to send you a present. I want to make a phone call. Well, I don't want to make a phone call. I want someone to make a phone call for me. But I want to interface with a customer the way the customer wants to be interfaced with. And let's face it, since email's not working the way it used to, we have to reach them in other ways. And I'll show you a demonstration of that in just a second. So it has to support that. How to be totally flexible, so that way we could have geo-targeting in place. We could use any kind of new features that are coming up. And other than potential WordPress challenges where maybe somebody has a wackadoodle plugin that interrupts things, we can kind of work with everything. And last but not least, I wanted split testing that was super smart. I wanted split testing that wasn't just A/B. I wanted A, B, and C, because I don't know about you, but actually you just answered. Do you guys want faster results or longer results? If you can run a three-way split test, you can get an answer quicker than if you run a two-way split test. So that's what I wanted to be able to do. So we developed the first of its kind ever three-way split test, which is always kind of cool. And I wanted to be able to automatically pick the winner or overrule that and pick the winner on my own. And I'll show you that in just a few minutes. So that's what we wanted. And I think Gina had a couple more things and Matt had a couple of suggestions. But in a nutshell, that was my wish list for what we wanted. So here's the typical way basic funnels tend to work. You run an ad, they go to a sales page, they either opt in or they don't buy in. There's an offer, they buy or they don't buy, and that's what most people tend to do. Okay. Now, when ClickFunnels came into place and the whole sales funnel model came into place, it got a bit more exciting. So they came in, they opted in or they didn't opt in. If they didn't opt in, they retargeted. If they saw the offer, they bought or they didn't buy it. There was an upsell, there was a downsell, there was another upsell, there was another downsell, and it all worked. It may look a bit confusing on the screen, but it's all pretty straightforward. The problem is, of course, in WordPress, you'd never be able to figure this thing out. So it has to be kind of a drag and drop system where everything relates to each other. I know, Jamie, you're looking at this and you're an Infusionsoft expert. So this is like Campaign Builder only with more colors. So what could we do?
Well, not only that, Ken, but in WordPress, there's no way to plan out your emails and your retargeting and your SMS and your phone calls and all the other stuff. You can only do things with your pages and nothing else. So you'd have to go somewhere else and do something else to see an entire campaign as an overview.
It's hard. I mean, and just frankly hasn't existed. So here's the thing that's missing, though, just from this very screen, which was all you're really looking here, is web-based stuff. Okay, what about your customer? Your customer needs to reach by not just email, but by SMS. If they want to be reached by SMS, Facebook Messenger these days is giant. Even Skype messages and WhatsApp. We use WhatsApp a lot now. So that's, and you see that more in use in Asia. And I remember I travel the world. The blue circle button, that's retargeting, which a lot of people are not using and they should. Then there's this old thing in black that people don't seem to like to use anymore in business. It's called the telephone, and we need to be using that more often. Below that is sending a greeting card, which I've been a big proponent of send out cards for years. And it's awesome. But the thing about send out cards, which I find totally unbelievable, is that send out cards does not have its own interface, for example, with Infusionsoft. So you can't automate that unless you spend $50 a month for an add-on that somebody else is going to sell you. And I just couldn't get my head around spending an extra $50. As stupid as that is, mind you, because it'll make you a lot of money. It just offended me to have to spend money on something where they should just give me an API. My buddy Casey Eberhard has built a system now called Rocket Mail that has an API that we are now tying in with that will allow us to automatically send out greeting cards and cookies and brownies and gifts and postcards, all customized to the customer and to the prospect. So that's all automatable, and that's what we're interfacing with. So we can get you in so many tactile ways. When was the last time you got a postcard or a brownie or a greeting card from somebody you bought something from? Maybe never. So this is the kind of thing that puts you on the forefront of customer relations, that keeps the customer coming back for more. And that's the big back end that you want to have, because we haven't even talked about the benefits of a giant back end to your system, where maybe you're selling them a $49 product, but you want to send them a $4,000 product. Well, that comes from building a relationship where they know, like, and trust you, or know, like, and trust the people that you refer them to, because you don't have to have your own big back end. And we talk about a lot of this in some of our other trainings. And then maybe you want to send them a special video. And by the way, there's now software that we love that will allow you to customize your video to actually have the person's name in the video, which is really kind of sweet. So, and then just regular letters going out. So, the bottom line is, isn't it better to be able to reach people on so many other levels to where it is personal? Even though you can automate it, it's far more personal. And again, when you can make it tactile and you can do what other people don't do, you win. Do we agree on that, you guys? You can pop in the chat and give me some feedback on that. But that was the idea about taking Bagel to the next level, not just being the same as everybody else where we just do web pages, but really building something in that is a cohesive whole that will allow you to communicate in a way that is just really unconventional. And let me ask you this question, you guys. What do you think this would do to your bottom line if you had the capability that made it super easy, where it was a breeze, where it tied into everything, where really WordPress, or in fact Bagel, is your remote control, where Bagel is the circle and everything comes out of that circle. We're trying to tie in the circle piece of that. Okay, so what do you guys think it would do value-wise to you? I'm just seeing a whole lot more money, yes, that you'll end up making. And that's what we wanted to do, simply. So now what happens now, if you schedule all these things out to where it's automated and you're going to send out cookies on the 12th day since they bought, and maybe it'll be a phone call that you make on the 19th day since they came in, just to check on them and see how they're doing. So if someone's having a problem with your product at day 19, you're within the 30-day refund period typically, right? So you can fix it before someone refunds on you. All these things that are done through automation will allow you to run a business in a far better way, and not for having to spend the fortune that, for example, Infusionsoft would be. And I love Infusionsoft. We've been using it for years and years. But for a lot of people, it's called Confusionsoft. And for so many people out there, it's more than you need. And we're not planning to be Infusionsoft at all. Okay, we want to just get pages built in an easy way and get a communication system set up with an audience and let Infusionsoft run the back end for us, or any other automation system that you want. We want to dance with everybody. So that's the scenario. Right? And Jamie's like, very interesting. That says growth. Yeah, I mean, this is the idea. So let me introduce you to Bagel. The whole idea of Bagel is this. We wanted to give you unlimited options. Bagel is Switzerland. It works with everything. Because it's WordPress based and Bagel is built in the cloud, we can use anything that WordPress uses. So if you're building your pages, for example, if you're building your pages in Divi or Thrive, and I'll show you a slide of that in a second, we'll work with that. If you're using anything that's WordPress related, it can tie in completely. There is really no limit that we've got. We're going to give you full funnel templates, fully built out funnels. And by the way, built out fully, not just like a webinar funnel that has a registration page, a confirmation page, and a replay page. That's ridiculous. A full webinar funnel should have a registration page. It should have a confirmation page, of course. It will have 2 pages that will have video on them for what I call anticipation pages to get people all primed for the webinar. It will, of course, have your order page and have your replay page and post-webinar pages. That's a real funnel, not what some people give you as just part of it. Additionally, you're going to get different pages that will work within that. So you can have different themes of your funnels. So the templates, by the way, are all pre-built. And the one thing about WordPress that made this really hard for us, I got to admit, and took a long, long time, is that for example, I'm just going to use ClickFunnels as an example. ClickFunnels has its own integrated page builder, which makes it super easy for them. I mean, really easy. But with WordPress, and since WordPress powers 60% of all content sites on the planet, there are multiple page builders. Among the biggest are Elementor and Site Origin, each one with over 1 million websites that they power. So if I want to serve you and you're using WP Bakery, for example, or Thrive Architect, and I'm forcing you to use Beaver Builder or Elementor, that's not fair. That's not right. That defeats all purpose. So right now, you guys, we are building master templates. We have our architects that are building our master templates, and the master templates are being converted into WP Bakery and Divi and Fusion Builder and Beaver Builder and Optimized Press and Elementor and Thrive Architect and on and on. That's a lot of work. It's a big commitment. The first set that's going out right now is being built out in Elementor. Just hired a guy yesterday or the day before who's building in Divi and in WP Bakery and I believe in Site Origin. So this is what we're doing for you, and we'll support all of it. Ultimately, we're going to build a translator that can take a page and can translate it. So that way, if you want to share your funnel, and let's say your funnel is built in WP Bakery, we'll automatically be able to translate most of it, maybe not all of it, most of it into people that are using Divi or Fusion Builder or Thrive Architect or whatever. So that's a big job. Matt's on top of that, but that's the idea, right? So that's a big one. That's coming out. There'll be a few months before we see that happen. But in the meantime, we're building page after page after page after page after page. So that's the scoop. And yes, Margie, answer your question. Yes, sit tuned. We're getting there. So that's that. Now, omni-channels will allow you to tie in through API to all the other things like sending them videos and sending them the postcards and getting phone calls automated and SMSs automated and tying into your bots and so on. So we're building it with that specifically in mind. First step is to get the pages set up, which again, as you can see, was a big job. Now we want you to follow the money too, because the only reason we're doing this, of course, is to make your business more effective so you can make a lot more of that money. So you're going to be able to do that with advanced analytics, and we got some really cool stuff that we're building in for that. And also, what we're going to do is allow you to compare your results to see how your funnels compare to others, because it really will be helpful to you to be able to see just where you stand. And some of you may recognize that you're doing pretty good. It's fascinating when people think that I'm converting terribly when, in fact, their conversion rates are better than everybody else. So this will give you a really good perspective on things. I will tell you that comparing page to page may have zero bearing because in terms of conversion if the targeting is messed up, right? So we're just going to give you the basic idea about all your funnels. And one thing I neglected to tell you is that we're also going to give you the monetization of your funnel. So you're going to plug in what your pricing for your products are and so on. And in real time, since we'll know what the clicks are doing to your success pages, we'll be able to tell you how much money your funnel is bringing in, what it's actually worth all the way through. And wouldn't that be helpful to know that your funnel is actually worth $79 per visitor today? And that's kind of cool. So again, we built this to give us intelligent business systems and to do the same for you. So again, one of the other things I wanted to achieve today with you here is for you to tell us, what else do you want? What else can we build in for you? So, and some of it may take a little while to do, but some stuff we can add immediately, we want to be able to add immediately. So the objective is to do this together. It's not about Gina and Matt and I and our team, and we have 40 people working with us around the planet, by the way, building these things out. It's really about what we can do together. So from this point forward, let's take you right in and show you Bagel. You guys ready? This is the world's first thing. How get migrating from one site to another? Yeah, so Shrin, we are actually building an interface for those people that want to migrate, for example, pages from ClickFunnels. But one thing I'm going to show you in a minute is that we can take ClickFunnels pages, lead pages, and other external pages and put them into your funnels. So if you're building a page in WordPress, or it's a complicated page you built in WordPress, but you also work with ClickFunnels, you can put them both into Bagel. Let's get started. I can't wait to show this to you guys. This is going to be awesome. So hang on a minute. I got to get out of GoToWebinar. Here we go. All right. This is right now your Bagel login page. Can everybody see that? Can everybody see that? Okay, Jamie says, yep. Okay, awesome. So let's go log in to Bagel. It will have a spinning bagel rather than this. And now you're going to get to your dashboard. Now remember, I should tell you that what I wanted to show you today, well, let's just say that we had a bit of an issue getting things uploaded to the server last night. So all the bells and whistles that I had set up for you guys aren't going to show right now. This is why we do it live without a net, because it's so much more fun. But you're going to go to a welcome screen. There we go. You're going to go to a welcome screen. And we have a couple of fun things that you'll see when you get to the welcome screen, which I will not even tell you about because I want them to be a surprise. But those of you that know me know I'm all about user experience and making things fun, which is like why you saw the bagel image on your login screen. So there's some things that will pop up for you that will make you smile. The objective is for you to smile when you actually get to work in Bagel. You will see your analytics. You'll see your overnight analytics. You'll see your actual portfolio as a whole. You can search funnel by funnel for the information right there, because let's face it, if you don't monitor it, it doesn't get done. And if you don't see the number of your hits, the number of your opt-ins today, and what your conversion rates are and what your money is today, to look at it immediately, then you're missing the boat. You need to see exactly what's going on so you can be focused on results. If you're not building your list every day, if you're not making money every day, something's wrong, right? We want to see that going up, right? So this dashboard to me is extremely important, so you actually see your money coming in every single day, right? So perfect. So there you go. Now, Jamie loves the name. By the way, with respect to our bagel name, Dan Kennedy told me not to use it. He was like, what is this? I'm like, what's Apple? What's Wistia? Come on. Anyway, I love you, Dan Kennedy. You're awesome. So let's go right into your funnels. You can either add a funnel or you can have a list of your funnels, and that's going to say all funnels. And we'll go right into your funnels right here. And they're being listed. You will have, by the way, have a snapshot of the funnel itself right next to the funnel title. It's not in here yet, but you will see that. Now let's go into, for example, this is a demo page, but we'll go into the Ken and Gina funnel because it just happens to be one we've been playing with. And when you get into it, now you're going to see our drag and drop. There's the funnel. Now, this is a rudimentary image, you guys. It's going to be significantly more advanced within the next couple of weeks. This is what we've been playing with, but I wanted to show you the capability of it right now, or the partial capability. So these are the old icons. The new ones didn't get uploaded. We have much prettier graphics that you'll see. But if you go in, you'll start with one page, and then you can go to your next page, upsell, downsell. We can send an SMS. We can send a greeting card. This comments will actually appear on the screen rather than behind something. And this is it's almost like an airline map. You can see everything. If you want to add, send them an email. So let's say I want to send them an email here. I can go ahead and simply drag and drop. There's my email, and this will tie into your Aweber account. It'll tie into your MailChimp account. And again, we're adding all those right this minute. That's not live right now, but that's coming within the next few weeks. So you'll see that. But the pages are connected right now. Let's jump in, for example, to this first page. Now, by the way, the page that's here, you don't see a snapshot of it, but there actually is a snapshot of the page that it relates to, because there's no page chosen. So since we were playing with this earlier, if you want to choose a page, I'll go in my database.
Ken?
And
Ken? Yeah, you might want to tell them that once they drag a page on the diagram, it literally gets created on their WordPress. So everything is hosted on their WordPress, which basically answers the SEO issue that was mentioned earlier.
Yeah, so this is actually running WordPress for you to a large degree. Thanks, Matt. I take these things for granted, so I'm glad you're mentioning that. Matt added a lot of coding that when I told him what I wanted, he made it even better. Can you import live content? No, you're not starting from scratch, Dean. This will tie in directly into the API into WordPress. So these pages, for example, are within WordPress right now. Now, we have ugly pages in this right now. The new pages didn't get linked in yet, unfortunately, because we had a glitch on our website this weekend, and they haven't finished fixing it yet. So you're seeing really nasty looking pages at the moment. But let's just take this demo page, and let me select this page right now as an
Well,
example.
hold on, Ken.
This is yeah.
In other words, you're installing a plugin on your WordPress install. It's called Bagel. And once you do that, it's going to go into your own WordPress install, locate all of the pages, and use all of your pages to populate Bagel. If you already have pages in WordPress that are parts of funnels, then you can use the drag and drop system to get them looking like they are all connected in a funnel once and for all. If you're missing pieces of a funnel, then you can use the drag and drop system, and it will literally create the new pages on the fly for you.
Exactly. Thanks, Gina. So, for example, so now on this left-hand side, the ugly demo page is showing right here. Instead of having a missing image, the image is here right now. And then if we want to go ahead and go back into our WordPress directory, I can now take, let's say this one, so you'll be able to see the black information. Let's take this one here, and now it's there, and you can see it. Actually, the little screenshot of it is right there. I want your input as to whether you think these need to be bigger or small. Well, not smaller, but any bigger or whatever. And these can be completely adjusted, so by us, okay. But all those kind of things we want to hear as we move forward, because right now you're seeing like you're seeing the beta, which is what we want to show you. So you don't need a high-speed server on WordPress for this, Shrin. Most of it's running up in the cloud, so WordPress can run. Actually, you're running probably less. Would that be right, Matt?
That's correct.
Yeah, Jamie, we are planning a pop over so that actually the way Matt, what she's suggesting is that when we pop over it, it'll come bigger. That'll be kind of cool. So yeah, that's how you get.
That's a good suggestion.
That's a really good suggestion. So that'll pop in, and then now let's go ahead and let's just say that we want to go into our demo page. So here it is. Now this page at the moment looks pretty empty, and this is kind of a boring page. We're working on making it prettier, but we call it a demo page. Let's give it a different name. Right, and so the demo page, let's call this. Let's celebrate Shrin today. So this is Shrin's hot new page. That's what we're going to call it. And I'm going to save this. And so at least now we know. And now Matt's calling it a rotator. We're going to give it a different name. And the reason why he's calling it a rotator is because when we get down here to the bottom, it'll be a split test. So he's going to rotate page to page to page. That's why we call it a rotator. So there it is. This is the URL of the actual page, and you'll notice it just makes a separate page within our WordPress directory, and we just gave it. It's the name of the actual funnel with a number. It's very, very simple. It's very, very simple, and you can change all the things if you want to, right, Matt?
Ken?
Yeah.
Right. I think we should mention that the moment that you did change the title of the page, it actually already went into your WordPress and changed the actual page title already.
Really, you did that?
So everything awesome. You do, so everything you do here is reflected on your WordPress.
Isn't that great? So WordPress, we're running WordPress from the cloud, and we're running it in a way that's much more powerful. Shrin has a good question, and that is, can we collapse the icons into one compacted icon set? Not sure why you want to do that, but I don't see why Matt couldn't make that work. Let us know more about what the purpose serves for you. Let's do it. Let's look at it. Advanced settings over here, by the way. And by the way, that's a really interesting point. Any comment you have, any suggestions you have, we want to know about it. And I also want to know not just the can we do it, but why you want to do it. Because if we understand the why, we can make it better, perhaps. And then Matt may have a different solution.
Yeah, my take on that is so that it doesn't get so cluttered, the diagrams. So yeah, I'm gonna put that on my list, and we're gonna work on that.
Well, I want to be able to zoom in and zoom in and zoom out, and also the actual palette that we have to work with is smaller than what I want. Matt's working on making that bigger, so you'll be able to do that, and you can also move around with it. So that'll be kind of cool. The point I was trying to make is that every opinion, you're designing this for yourself now. As I designed it for myself, you're designing this for yourself too. So features, you guys have the opportunity right now to be at the beginning of getting it to be what you want. And it's really funny because I was going through something on Skype earlier today that one of our mutual friends, Gina, she was whining about certain features that Skype has done, and nobody listens anymore. Nobody pays any attention because they're so big that you don't matter. So you're talking to the guy who's writing the code. You're talking to the guy who's paying the coders and who had the vision. And you're talking to the marketing lady who sees other opportunities. So you're talking to the team that's building this for you. So this is pretty great. So anyway, let me keep going here, and we'll just keep monitoring the comments. Thanks, guys. Under advanced settings, WordPress already has analytics built. You have your analytics set up there, but if you want to customize your analytics for this funnel or for this page, you can put your own header scripts right into these to override. So you have that. So I'll just close that up real quick. Your stats are here automatically. I mean, you're seeing them. You don't have to go click anywhere else. You will see your views and your clicks right there on this page. So you already have that. Now we go into this is where your page where you would ultimately edit it. You can edit it right from here. And then there's your edit button. It'll open it up in WordPress. You will actually edit that page right there. So you don't have to. You'll log into your WordPress installation once, and then this is because we have to connect it that way. But after that, the system does it automatically, right, Matt? I think he was muted.
Yeah, that's correct. You gotta install the WordPress plugin and then connect it to your account, and then that's it.
So
and I also want to make it clear that when you're editing pages through Bagel, what you're doing really is editing in WordPress, which means whatever page builder you want to use right now that's already a part of your WordPress, whether that's Elementor, Divi, Thrive, etc., you're not going to use Bagel's page builder to design your pages and edit your pages. You're going to continue using whatever page builder it is that you use already.
Exactly. We are not forcing you to change anything you're already doing. That's one thing I was really, really particular about. So now you want to do a split test, right? Okay. You want to do a split test. If you want to take the same page and duplicate it, you click on this button, it'll duplicate right into a test. If you want to add a new page, you can go ahead and let's just say we're going to go against the sample page. So let's just click that. And guess what? There's the screenshot of the sample page, just like that, right there. And now you got the ability to test, and now you can actually there's your piece here. You cannot, by the way, before I had this, I should have mentioned this. The version 3 was grayed out. You could not have a third split test, right? So now you can go add a third page. Over here, there's a setting defaults for your split test. Typically, we're going to give you under default 100 views, 100 page views. So right now it's set for 0 here. Let's make this, we have a split test, let's make it 100, and you'll start your test. And again, you can set it any way you want, but setting it for 100 means that it'll run 100 page views, and then at the end of the 100, it will decide who the winner is and automatically let the winner take precedence. Is that correct, Matt? You keep muting yourself.
Yes, that's correct.
All right,
that's correct.
But guess what we're doing? You may see that it's 49-49 or something. You go, well, the system is going to pick one, but I really like the other one better. I'm going to make some changes to it. So guess what? Let me hit the button here. Once I started the split test, I can declare either of them a winner on my own. So I don't have to let the automation take over. I have the choice of making my own. There's other so-called competitors of ours have it automated have it manually only. We want the automation so that way you can go to bed at night, and if you have a lot of traffic coming, you can make the decision automatically and not think about it. So we wanted to make things as automated as possible for you. Pretty cool. And again, this will update all of your page views right up here. And if you want to see a graph of it, we'll give you a button. You can see. I like graphical stuff. I'm picture oriented, so we'll give you that. You'll be able to. It's not ready right this minute, but you'll be able to search for your results by date. So you can actually look at this week versus last week and look at trends and so on. It's all going to be there for you. So in only one spot, so you don't have to go crazy looking for stuff. We wanted to make it as simple as we possibly could. Yeah, Daniel, we'll have one for you as well on the replay. Okay, so any questions on this before I go back? All right, then let me see if I can get myself back here. I've got all these go to webinar things on my screen. I can't find the back button. Here we go. All right, so now again, you can tie into your email, so you can have your email blast here, and it'll be all scheduled. You can send an SMS, you can send a greeting card or postcard at any point throughout this entire funnel. And any other feature that you want, or that's going to be added. We haven't tied in the icon for the messenger bots and so on. All that just ties straight in, and through an API, all we do is we just connect them. Okay, it just gets connected, so it works really pretty good. And you can move things around within here. You can see I'm able to move this a little bit, so you can move things around to find them. But obviously, the palette here is a little bit small, so we're going to make this a bit bigger for you, and you'll have more space because this will all move over to the left a little bit. So that's your actual. I'm calling it a palette, but there's probably a better word for that than I'm mentioning. Now, when you want to look at actually your pages, let's take a look at the listing of your pages. Here's your pages, and you can see a screenshot already of your WordPress directory and all the pages in your funnels already here, so you see them. There's your title. You can edit them, and so on and so forth. You may want to add another page as an external link. So you want to add a ClickFunnels page, you can add it right here. You can add a new page from your WordPress site. So you have the ability again to run WordPress from here in a much cleaner, more simple format. Now, what I really want to show you is the recipe builder. And I'm only showing you a little piece of it, again, because our upload didn't upload yesterday to give you the things I really want to show you. But the idea of the recipe builder, it will allow you to build funnels already pre-built for you in about 22 different fashions. And let me just kind of give you the perspective. Whether it's a lead magnet funnel or a product launch funnel or video sales funnel, membership funnel, application, whatever you're seeing here, we're building out for you with full templates page by page. And I've got a team of 3 incredible designers that are building these things out in just a gorgeous way. I'll show you in just a minute what we're building for you. It's just they're stunning. They're just so beautiful. But let's go into a webinar and let's build a webinar. And so when you build a webinar, what will happen is you'll have a choice, and this is the actual webinar pages. You'll have a choice of which type of webinar funnel do you want, and what theme of a webinar funnel do you want. We have different themes that you'll see in a little bit that you'll be able to choose from. And again, we're building them as deep as we can. And soon, if you have a webinar funnel that you want to add in here, we're going to give users the ability to actually put their funnels into our marketplace, whether they be free or ultimately, if you want to charge for them or whatever, we'll have a marketplace as well. Because let's face it, let's share the wealth. So that's going to be that. When you want to do it, you can just get started. The entire funnel will immediately appear on your own funnel palette, and then you can go and you can choose your pages. So really, really easy way to play it. I can't demo it for you right now effectively, but that's how it's going to look. And it will be absolutely beautiful. What the pages will start to look like, as an example, is like this. Here's a brand new template that you're going to get to use. All right, this is the template. One of them is our dog template that our boy Venzar put together. But again, all this is built out. All you got to do on the sales page is just change out the graphics and the text any way you want. And it's all there built in for you. Actually, Jar built this one, but he put everybody's names. So it's kind of awesome. So this is, and again, it's already there, already templated out. You can just go in and edit it. In this case, you can edit it with Elementor because you can see it's an Elementor page right now. But whether it's going to be Divi or Thrive or whatever, all these will be built for them. And the thing is, I love Thrive Architect. We've used it a lot over the years. Thrive Architect gives you a lot of great pages, but typically you don't have a full funnel built in that. You'll be able to use if you have some pages in Elementor, some pages in Thrive, you'll be able to do that also. Here's another. Now, by the way, this is a directory. You can see the difference of how do you find a page in here versus finding the page on your entire funnel. Here's another page. It's a video sales letter page with different videos. So there's your 3 or 4 different videos here. There's your benefits. Boom, ready to go. You can play with that one. Here's another. This is going to be your upsell page. So add this to your order. And again, if you're not selling dog stuff, let's say you're selling something else, just change out the image of the dog, plug a new video in, put your logo in, you're done. Pretty simple to use. Here's another version of a video sales page, right there. And again, we have designs for everybody. So some designs you like, some designs you won't. We got to please everybody. So we have a bunch of different things. And we're back to, I love this dog. We started playing with this dog. So there's that. So let me just close that. We don't need to get that thing. So, and we have other pages. Hang on a minute. I'm back in the WordPress directory here. Let's see what we got. Okay, this was another one of our templates for a VSL. and that was built by Jeremy. So Jeremy has a bunch of different themes as well. Our guys are all going to have different themes. So here's just another page from him, and there's his thank you page. So all you got to do with this, of course, is to simply take out your background image. If you want to change fonts, you're welcome to, or just use the Google fonts that are built in, which work, of course, everywhere. So we're trying to use only Google fonts. So that's the templates that you've got. And again, we're building. I think we've got like 200 templates already built, and now we just have or designed. Now we have to get them actually put into WordPress and into your different page builders. So, like I said, the first one we're doing is Elementor in terms of what we're building the templates for. But you can use Bagel with anything. So if you already had pages built out, Bagel will work instantly with all that stuff. So there's nothing to wait for there. Okay. Let's see. So that's the recipe builder. And again, the recipe builder will cover 22 different funnel types, and maybe even more as we develop more. So that's pretty much the bulk of it. And there's more that we're building in, but for what I want to show you today, this is the bulk of it all. So Jamie's looking at my emails. So any questions so far? Great job so far. That's great, Margie. Thank you. So let me answer, because a couple of people are like, how can I start using it? You can use it with Thrive Architect right now, Kevin. We just can't give you templates to use with Thrive Architect. So no problem. The SMS is going to come. We're going to use it with Twilio. It'll tie in directly with Twilio. So that's the nature of it. It will work with anything right now, because at the moment when you're bringing in a page, it's coming in direct from WordPress. So whatever you're using is fine. And technically, we're calling that an external page. Now, when we get to internal pages, check this out. Matt, you want to unmute yourself for this, because you built this without my knowing. Matt wanted to make things super easy for the future. So Matt, tell everybody what you designed with the buttons.
Yeah. Okay. So when you see your funnel diagram, okay, you see all those continuity arrows, right? That connects to all the pages. So when, say, for example, all of a sudden you want to rearrange those arrows to change the continuity of the pages, the button links will automatically follow on your WordPress. So no need to change any of the links on the pages. Once you change the order in your diagram, the links on the pages on your WordPress, they will automatically change with the diagram. So yeah,
I'm changing the diagram right now. So I'm putting 5 into 4. I want to take it from here to here, and then from here to here. It just changed the buttons.
Exactly.
It just changed your button links automatically. Now that won't work right now with your external pages. So for example, if your page is in Elementor or Thrive or whatever, it won't do that automatically for you right now. On any page that's built within Bagel, that's a feature that's coming. But that's what we're building for you. Imagine how easy that makes it. I mean, this is pretty significant. You guys like it? You guys like it? Jamie says nice. Okay, so some of you have been asking in the chat, is there some kind of special deal? And yes, there's some kind of special deal. So what we decided to do for you guys being here today, and for the fact that we'd like to actually pay our programmers some more, we put together a special, like, super crazy offer for you guys. Bagel is going to be selling, and then there's going to be a couple of different levels of Bagel, but the Bagel Pro version, which gives you unlimited funnels, unlimited pages, unlimited traffic, unlimited everything, is going to be priced at $197 a month. That's going to be a retail price, which is like $2,400 a year. On an annual plan, that's going to be effectively, actually, I've got the pricing table here. On the annual plan, it's $197 a month. On the annual plan, you get 2 months free, so it would be $2,000 a year, $1,970 for the year. Growth is not available yet. Elite is not available yet. So we're only talking about Pro. Bagel is going to be selling when it releases for the $197 a month. We'll do an annual plan, which will be $1,997 for the Bagel Pro version for people that want to save 20%. What we're going to do for you is flat out crazy. And the reason we're doing it is because A, we need your feedback. B, it's not completely done. You're going to get a beta version to start off with, and we want to give you a hell of a value. So for you guys, rather than investing $1,997 per year, you're going to be able to save $1,300 per year and just pick it up for $697 per year. And that, by the way, will never change. It will not go up in a year. It will not go up in 2 years. It will never go up. So your price will be fixed for life, right? Now, the URL you'll go to for that is you'll go to bagelstuff.com/founders. That's a plural, founders. But I got to tell you, there's something that's going to happen when you get there. So let me tell you right now, this is something that we decided to be kind of fun and creative. So you're going to save a fortune. Just think about this, for example. A month of ClickFunnels on their so-called unlimited version is $300. So compare this to that if you want to, and this is really a total no-brainer for you guys. And we're only doing this for a limited time before we actually go out with version 1.0. When you get to the page, for those of you that are going there right now, bagelstuff.com/founders, what you want to use coupon code founder, and that'll take you down to the $697. When you get to the page, though, let me show you what's going to happen. You're going to get to this page right here, right? So you have till tomorrow night to do this. But watch as you scroll down. You're going to get a full year of Bagel. You're going to get all the upgrades. You're also going to get a fast start concierge funnel setup. What that means is this. Again, because this is a beta and all the training's not in place yet and so on, we're going to walk you through personally, one by one, whether it's Gina and I or Matt and you or whatever, or the rest of our team, we will walk you through setting this up for you personally. That's a $97 value. It's important that we learn from you. So this will really help you a lot and your team. Okay, next, we're going to give you access to our 14-day sales funnel intensive training, which is a $297 value. We have not sold it yet. It is brand new, and it is available to you right now. You'll have access to that immediately. So there's all of that. Now, here's what happens. Scroll down, and you'll see something very interesting. The first 5 of you that go in at the $697, and we will see this by timestamp, what we're going to do is we're going to take your subscription, again, at $697 per year, and we will cancel it after this first payment today. In other words, the first 5 of you today get Bagel for $697 for life. For life. Okay, so that's the offer for you guys today. Now, by the way,
and that means all future improvements, any additional features are all included in that $697 one time for life for the first 5.
For Bagel Pro, exactly right. Okay, so this, and again, Bagel will be released. Hey, Steve, Bagel will be released next Friday, probably before, but we're saying next Friday. And again, you're getting a beta version. So all features will not be fully functional just yet. Again, this is why we're giving you the deal of a lifetime, right? And by the way, we will not be repeating this at all. So understand this is something we're doing for you because a lot of people have said, I want it now, I want it now. So you'll have access to that. If you're looking for something totally polished and finished, as a couple of you have said, made comments about, this is not for you. So do not sign up, because if you're going to be picky and I don't want to say uncooperative, but if you're going to be hard to work with, please don't do this, because we want people that will work with us as partners. We want to build something that will be amazing. If that's not you, then wait for a few months, pay full price, and that's great. I do want to be super clear about that, because this is something we're giving to people that like new things, that like to make big shifts and changes in their business and want to be part of the production process, part of the actual creation process. And that's so cool. I mean, it's such a cool opportunity. So the first 5 of you coming in, and if you want to just pop in the chat and tell me that that's you, we can make sure that we were watching it. We did have a challenge with, I believe it was with our PayPal button last week, which I believe we've resolved. So if you have any issues or questions, by all means, pop in the chat with that. But this, again, there's nobody out there that's doing anything like what we are doing, to the best of our knowledge, giving you all the features of being able to go that. Yeah, Derek says, great deal, great products, great deal. So there you go. So yeah. Again, pop in the chat. I see a lot of yeses here that were coming in. So Bill Jameson, I see that. I got you there. I think I see it coming through right now. So congratulations on that. Just pop in the chat so we can keep an eye open for you. But again, everything that comes in, and we are so excited about what you guys are saying. Thank you. PayPal button still doesn't work. Okay. So Justin, do me a favor. Pop in your phone number, and we'll get you a PayPal. Gina, let's do this. Let's give, for the people that are doing PayPal, just use the email. Yeah, it's not working. Hang on a second, Joe. Let's give them jointventure@me.com. Send it in his friends and family. It'll be easier that way, and we'll just track it. So let me just pop in a PayPal. We'll just do it that way because it'll be faster and easier, and it'll save you the time. So jointventure@me.com.
I'm typing it.
Okay, cool. Do it as friends and family, and then we will manually code you in. So that'll take care of you, Justin and Joe, and I see Tim is having the same issue. And that will hopefully solve that problem for you. And I apologize for that. I thought we had sorted that piece of it out. This is my biggest issue with Infusionsoft. I love them to pieces, but we use their Payflow Pro for our merchant account, but they don't respect that Payflow Pro is different than just PayPal by itself. And sometimes it's a challenge. So I knew you would pass, Isabella. It's totally not for you. Thank you, though. So John, yeah. So again, look at that at that jointventure@me.com. Pop on in there. And again, it's all going to be date stamped, but time stamped. And we can also see through the tracking of your questions what the timing is on that as well. So we'll take care of that.
And for those of you that are sending your $697 to jointventure@me.com, know that that's not going to have the automation that's in place to send you a thank you message and whatnot. So give us till tomorrow to respond telling you, yay, we got it. Here's what you need to do next.
Oh, thank you, Gina. That's a good point. That's exactly right, because that's not all tied into the automation. For those of you that are going through the typical, the regular button and paying with a regular credit card, it will be all automated for you. You will have access to the sales funnel intensive, and what you'll do with that is you'll actually see the sales page. You'll use a coupon code that we've given you to get it for free. Okay, and we need to have you do that because it's got to go into the to our sales process and delivery process, so that way you get the automated emails coming in. So what you will get with that is, once again, you'll get a coupon code to go in and pick it up at no charge. Everybody follow that? So that's cool. John says, I'm trying to apply the coupon code and it's not taking it. Is this on the regular credit card? Because I tested that myself earlier today, John, and it worked just fine. What I did, I'll show you. I clicked it right over here.
He says he's on his iPhone, Ken.
Yeah, I can't say, but if I go right over here, there's the coupon code right here under, where'd it go? Well, the promo code's already in. I already put it in, but I'll pop it in again. It's already applied. So it's called Founder, and I apply that, and boom, it's $697. So let's do this. We can process that for you manually as well. Give us a contact number, John, and we'll call you. Eric says he's in, so cool. Thank you, Eric, for letting me know. So Justin says, perfect, Justin. I'll verify that. We'll get you set up manually, and I'll probably get it done for you tonight because I want to get you set up and ready to go. So yeah, whoever, again, I love technology, and that's why I said earlier that if you're impatient with technology and you are uncomfortable with anything that would be beta or whatever, don't do this, because we just don't want to have a problem. We don't want anybody unhappy. We want to make sure that we'll work absolutely all day long with you because we value your opinion. And there will, with anything, there'll be some glitches along the way. What was it? Gmail was in beta for what, Gina? Over a year. So we want you to be totally comfortable with us, and we're looking totally forward to working with you guys. So very excited about that. So let me see what we got. Let me see if I can, and if there's other questions here, happy to answer those. So let me see. There was, you know what? I don't know who is Delonix Marketing. Make sure that I have your name, please, so I can track that. Otherwise, I won't know how to. Some of you guys have different PayPal addresses, so that will be really important.
Is that Justin?
We're going to find out in a second. So, yep, that's Justin. Yep. Okay, awesome. Okay, so there's Jill. Thank you, Jill. Awesome. So yeah, so I'm just going to keep track of what this is. Make sure that, again, send me notes or whatever. By the way, our email address for support is support@bagelsoft.com. support@bagelsoft.com. So any questions, any issues, whatever, just jump in. We're watching that consistently. Now, to answer the question, and by the way, other questions that you guys have, just pop them in the chat, other suggestions or whatever.
And Ken Reno, if you didn't see my note earlier, make sure you go back and look for it, because I gave you a link to my calendar and my phone number. I really want to talk to you.
Awesome. So absolutely on that. Let me see what else I got here. Okay, cool. So let's see what I got here to look at. Okay, cool. So yeah, so where was I here? A couple questions that have come through was like, so what's this name all about? Where did it come from, aside from the fact that you like bagels? We were looking for a name that didn't have the word funnel in it. We didn't want to be, fast funnels or funnel pro or anything like that, because frankly, we believe that funnels are not the answer. We believe funnels are a subset of what's really needed. And so I didn't want to do that. And I wanted something that was kind of a software sort of name that was going to be fun and funky and memorable. And I just happened to be in Australia, in Brisbane, with my friend Sanjeev, and we were walking down this island, down the street on one of these islands, and the island is oh gosh, God, I'm going blank right now. Cuchimudlo Island, that's it. It's Cuchimudlo Island, and it's a name that clearly you wouldn't forget. Sure, Dee, we'll pop that in the chat. It's support@bagelsoft.com. Gina, if you would pop that in the chat, that'd be awesome. Anyway, walking down the street, and I said to Sanjeev, I'm having this problem figuring out a name. We need something that's kind of, weird and fun and so on, like, not like Apple, but I mean something like Apple, like maybe, pear or Jelly Belly or Bagel or something. Oh, Bagel. And that's how it came about. It was just in terms of conversation. It was one of those things. And I will tell you that Dan Kennedy, I was in a mastermind with Dan Kennedy on a hot seat a few months ago, and Dan hated the name. I mean, he was like, you must change the name. So I talk about our marketing that we're doing, and I'm like, nope, I repelled Dan Kennedy. I challenged Dan Kennedy. And so far, everybody that's been playing with it seems to love it. And I said, gee whiz, Dan, Apple doesn't come with a computer. Wistia isn't anything to do with video. I mean, these names are just, they're fun names. So Rod, if it's something that you need, let's see if we can work something out for you. Gina, why don't we talk to Rod privately? If some of you guys have some money challenges where you got to clear a credit card or whatever, I can tell you, having traveled through Europe all summer, there are times when it's like the 24-hour period of getting money transferred has been an issue. So if you have a money challenge or whatever, just give us some connections in the chat. Does the staff need some design? My templates, help me design my templates. Okay, so we will. When you ask, will we design your templates? We're going to give you templates already pre-built, D. So your templates would look like this, for example. And I've got there's another version here. Wait a minute, where is it? Here's another one, for example. So you'll get pre-built templates, and all you got to do is go in and just change the space logo to your logo, pop in your own video, and then top in your own text, and wherever the button is going to go to. That's really all you have to do. If you want to design anything further, we're not looking to be a design company. So we're not going to, for example, sell out or hold our designers out for a fee. That would be nuts. We're a software company, not a design company. So we'll give you the fundamentals of the templates, and you get to customize them any way you want because they're yours. And by the way, they're in your WordPress directory, right? They're all in your WordPress directory. So we'll be continuing to add more and more, and you can put them in as you want. In other words, they'll all be available to you, and all you got to do is just drag them into your Bagel directory. Does that follow? And by the way, some page builders, for example, Optimize Press, they'll give you a great landing page, right? Just an awesome landing page, but you won't have any other page that fits a full funnel. You're going to get full funnels from all the way down the line, from an opt-in page to a thank you page to a replay page if it's a webinar, for example, to different kind of lead capture pages and so on, all following the same theme. So for example, here's this one, which would be an opt-in. Here's this one, which would be further gone, and there's a thank you page that matches. So with some training videos as well built in, right? So all that's already done for you, so you can be consistent. One thing we're also doing for you is this. So here's the dog, okay? We love the Venzar dog, and it'll be available to you with, obviously change out the photo if you don't want a dog. It can be anything you want. It could be you, for example, in here. And then this blue background, you'll have an option to use a blue one, a red one, a green one, different colors. So we'll have different versions of these things of the same theme all the way through with the funnels. So it gives you all the flexibility that you need. Everybody following that? So let's see. So it could be just a QN offer, not a video. I'm not sure what you mean by a QN. Does anybody have any idea what that means? I'm not sure what a QN offer. Oh, it can be an offer, not maybe an offer. Yeah, the video here is a placeholder for you. So for example, for a webinar landing page, I don't do videos on my webinar landing pages anymore because for me, they don't convert. But for some people, they do. So you will have a webinar landing page, for example, that has a video, that is a video version and a non-video version, which you could see my hands. I'm showing video in my hands. Okay, so yeah, so it's just a regular offer. Then you'll get a regular sales page version. Let me see if I have one that I can show you. Yeah, actually, you know, I do. It's going to be here. So let's take a look. These are our home. This is a webinar homepage, for example. But let's just show you. So this is something. Whoops, you'll be able to personalize. This is what our designers built, and now my page builders will be translating this into Elementor and Beaver Builder and Thrive themes and so on. So there's no video on this page, right? And this could be a complete sales page as well. This theme will be redesigned in a sales page, and you can change the color, the background, anything you want. Obviously, put your photo in here instead of mine, all the way down the line. Okay, so there you go. Yep, support. If you look into the
I put
chat,
it in both questions and chat.
Awesome. Okay, there you go. Okay, perfect. Other questions, you guys? Let's see if I can show you another. And here's the dog. This is a dog product launch with product launch videos. Very Jeff Walker. So we've done this again to celebrate what options you have out there. Okay. Other questions, you guys? Any other questions that we can do for you today? So let's see. We've got a few more.
And
people
in
here.
terms of someone had asked how many templates are included, well, there are 22 different categories of templates. So within each category, there are many different choices of templates. I don't know how many altogether, but it would be in the hundreds, I would expect, right, Ken?
We have over 200 pages already built out that need to be then put into the page builders. So yeah, there's a lot, and we're not stopping. We have a staff of right now 3 full-time designers that are out there. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Looking at this, John will honor that for you. Okay, so no worries about that. We'll honor. Yeah, John's at the hospital. We'll take care of that for you. So let's get. He's having trouble getting through, and he's having a bad connection. So let's just get with him. But I don't know what John's address is. John, if you're hearing me,
John, I'm emailing you at the email address you logged into the webinar with right now. In the email, you will have my phone number and a link to set up a time to talk. Obviously not today or tomorrow, but at your convenience. Let's get together.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Gina. So yeah, so she's got that. Anybody else? D, are you set with your link to make sure everybody is good? I got a couple of Johns that are coming in. Okay, let's see. Joe, looks like I've got you. Mark, we've got you. Good. So, okay, cool. So, and again, everybody, if you don't make the first 5, and again, I don't know who's in the first 5 or not at this point. If you made the first 5, again, you won't have any more payments to make ever for Bagel Pro. So understand that you'll have that covered. For anybody else, you got a fabulous lifetime deal at $697 per year, where everyone else will be paying $1,300 more. Okay, so that's pretty fantastic. I think you've done really great. So I'll say D needs you, Gina, as well. So it looks like you're popular right now, Gina. So we want to get those orders in. Again, everything is going to expire on this special offer. It will expire tomorrow night at midnight Pacific time, U.S. Pacific time, and just follow the timer on the actual. Is it on this page here? I'm gonna back up here on this page over here. So if you have not made the first 5, and again, I won't know who that is until later. then just go ahead and again grab that at your $697, and that will save you locked in for life. And again, we are not offering this offer again. And by the way, I can tell you we're not. There's no way that we're doing this again with this exact same offer. So go right ahead and do that. And again, listen, this is designed to make you happy. If you're not thrilled after 30 days of actually using the software, of actually receiving access to usable software next week, then just let us know and we'll give you money back. We just want to make sure you're 100% happy. And again, we're designing this for you. So there we go. Okay, so Rod's looking for Eugenia, and he's got the Rod, you got the same kind of problems I had with her calendar too. So Gina,
if you're having an issue, try changing it to Eastern time, Rod, and it should fix itself.
Okay, awesome. Okay, cool. So any other questions? Because we'll go ahead and we'll call this a day otherwise. Any other questions? Anybody else have anything that they need? I want to make sure that everyone is set and covered, and you get your spots. So I think we're good. Anybody else? Matt, anybody else need anything? Gina?
No.
Okay. Well, then you guys, thank you very much for being with us. We appreciate the comments and the feedback. You guys were terrific. We got you covered, Justin. And anybody else, again, our support email is support@bagelsoft.com. If anyone's having trouble getting through, let us know. If you're going to be using PayPal, we gave you that link, which is jointventure@me.com. Send it friends and family. And then you can send an email to that address as well, just confirming, and we will manually process that for you, all right, if you needed to go PayPal. And I guess that covers it. So guys, thank you very much for that. For those of you that are among our early adopters, we're thrilled. Honestly, we're gratified. It's really pretty exciting. Oh, so you're in Brisbane. Okay, so yeah, if you can change it, Rod.
Yeah, just change it to Eastern time, or go to the same askggg.com, but take the VIP out of it. So askggg.com/calendar.
Yeah, you know what? I think I was in Sydney, Rod, when I had a problem.
I think you were too. And I've been talking to Schedule Ones, and they cannot figure out why it's not working properly on that particular calendar. It's weird.
It's weird because I found I didn't get to 2020, but I did have an issue with, like, it was 2 weeks out before I could set up an appointment for somebody, and I went to the straight calendar and I could do it the next morning. So it was really weird.
Yeah,
but
very strange.
But okay, he's got it. Okay, awesome. Okay, you guys, thank you all so much. Looking forward to having you in the family. You will get an email from us. If you came in on the credit card side, you should have an email already with the confirmation, and there'll be a subsequent email with your access to your bonus. And then when the software is released, you'll schedule a concierge call for us to set it up with you personally. And I think that covers it. Thank you again, and we will talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks,
Thank you. Bye.